Good afternoon, it's James Joseph Silva Sandoval. I just wanted to, let you guys know if you're looking for a good pastime. One thing that I noticed is they like to pass victims, a meth pipe, because everybody smokes meth. Okay, the police's children, their family, everybody distributes methamphetamine, and everybody smokes it. Everybody uses at the state level all the way down. How I found this out is because you couldn't find any meth, and whenever everybody smokes, they ask you to smoke. And so what they do a pipe swap. Like if you're a victim, you're not going to hit the pipe. If they're trying to kill you, you're not going to hit their real pipe. So they sort of do a pipe swap, and they have multiple, and they'll level you out all day to be attacked, and it connects to, it tells everybody your every move, and it gets you like further. It's called furthering you. So they do a lot of car detail, fluids and compounding and mixtures, and they put it inside of a pipe, and then they offer it to you, and then they give you a hard time when you turn it down. Which, when they do this, they're fixing to confront you about stupid shit. Like, for instance, I own the property over here at off of Birch Street, the whole property, multiple properties. They need me worded with, because I live with mama and daddy. I had an agreement with my mom and dad that if we ended up over here, that they would be there for me while I waited on the police department. Well, it turns out the police department sort of plays mama, plays daddy, plays sister, and using statements that they made up.
I didn't know there was much work on the damn little limb like
Do what?
that.
Do what?
I didn't know there's that much work on a limb like that.
Oh.
Big old pile of shit. Had to skin off there.
Everybody's already been compensated. If I got a cigarette in mama's pack, already been compensated. If Dwayne left and I got a cigarette out of his wooden box and it was pre-rolled, I'd already been paid. They still need me for my feelings to be like tore up. So once again, everybody smokes meth. They got one locker they keep it at school. They got different. They got good meth, which real meth is like not going, like pure meth is not going to do anything. You're not going to look high. You'll feel euphoria. You're not even going to be aroused or anything like that. If you were super aroused, then a sexual trafficking group is just eyeing you and keeping tabs on you, and then they'll start their there will be psychology that's played out in your interactions, your social interactions. So related to sex trafficking, like they'll get you to bring stuff, your mom and dad's, to certain people, and then you'll go run into certain people. Then you'll run into like sexual pleasure with different people. Then they'll try to get you stranded to see how the police take it. Either way, you won't get out of it if you make it that far. So a lot of these people work for real methamphetamine. The only thing is, it's used to divide and separate individuals through human, like their aura, or they're just natural, vibing each other, or it's sort of like World War Z. Like whenever they do the vaccine, they can walk with everybody, even though they're zombies. So if you get the right meth, you can walk through the most violent neighborhoods and nobody even pays attention to you like they would. Um, so the most methamphetamine throughout my life can be amounted to like nearly an ounce. It's not a whole lot, nor is it needed. What I had did was use methamphetamine. I had used Claude because I made Claude AI. Claude made about 3 batches. So one batch was specific proprietary to my DNA, to my mRNA sequences. Why I can't explain it because it's hidden. It's hidden in my bloodstream, like mixed in with white and red blood cells. Which is why they're trying to give me HIV, trying to just, I'm not saying they're trying to give me HIV, but that's the only way they can take control. And I'm like 75 tests in and I'm clean, and I was clean. I hadn't been sexually active. So, the batch that I made is in the DEA's director's office unless they smoked it. And at the federal level, everybody's even using meth. So it's got antibiotics in there that can cure me and bring me back. But that's not what they want. That's not what they want to do. It's got a tiny bit of marijuana in there, and it's got something in there for the DEA, and it's just to help protect the federal government because of their approach to joining some global government that prefers slaves and stealing everybody's inheritances and embezzling in monuments. So it still don't add up, but everybody's aware but me. So hiding out in the woods is another pastime with Drug Task Force, who investigate nothing but routes. And they still approach this like, are you ratting? Like, they got one jailhouse snitch here in Bedford County, Tennessee, that nobody's ever seen before, but who he runs into is his own people dressed like mythical legends or victims. So he goes and gets taken by like Sergeant Sam Jacobs, who probably don't work there, but they're still allowed in there. Swapping beds, putting snakes in the beds. Just these are pastimes that is loved in Bedford County. Chasing down a victim, squirting her up, getting her creamy and wet. That's the shit I gotta hear all day long. Like, it's not me being a pervert. This is the shit that I gotta sit and listen to. And I even get visuals. It's mostly the police. It's simple. The federal government has access to it. They can literally, it's just turning it back toward them. So, they need me groomed. They need me talked to, like, by mama and daddy. And then it manifests into multiple things. So you own the property. You're wealthy enough to take care of yourself, but you live at home with your mom and daddy, who don't owe you nothing. They don't have to let you wash clothes in the house that you own. They don't have to let you borrow their soap. They don't have to care. So everybody's prepaid and compensated. This may cause a conflict if somebody reads professionally, especially if the complaints are already submitted with evidence. They're not against my family. I watched the police department, the same police department, since I was a little boy, destroy each family member, each one, victimize them, and then turn the shit against me. Just make up shit. Just, just he's lying. If it's that simple, sliding cameras under the door and sensors under the door, lined with poisons. Putting a can of arsenic poison on a line in somebody's home is hot shit. Installing squirting devices on their cars with different poisons and different chemicals. That's pretty accepted. And if you report it, you'll be in danger. Oh, swapping their clothes out while they're waiting. Running them to the store. Asking them to go to the store when gang members are on standby to get your clothes. Keeping a copy of you in the projects. Being your beneficiary. The local police love to, like, if you email them, they'll come in and watch you, like at work and things like that. They'll get some of their guys to do a little side job with, hey, I got some scrap. See if he wants to help you. Want to make some money, and then like one of their other guys will pull up, hey, all that's my scrap. Well, we got here first. Then I start slamming 20s and 100s and 50s and 20,000s down. Like an MMA fight just broke out unnaturally. And they do that with meth too and crack cocaine. So they love everybody getting a little bit of dope and running out and running to the bathroom taking shits all day. They amplify the lighter spark. I mean, that's a fun game. That is a fun game. Once again, everybody's been compensated for these last 10 years because I was forced over here. I would take my damn. So I went through all these murders already, sacrifices, and actually obtained a little bit of celibacy. Real celibacy. I didn't walk into a violent project if they wanted to touch me. They wouldn't touch me unless I did. I inventoried everything, got it processed by forensics lab, so it's in their systems, and reported it stolen when it got stolen. So they put all this shit back. They actually stole a few properties over here and moved them. So the house actually flew itself over by H.V. Griffin Park. You know where that yellow building is, where that green Mustang's parked by that trailer. Well, one of the first things Eric Lynch stole. And back here in that warehouse where they keep y'all at and do murder and shit. In that field, that house landed over there. Well, after I reported it, I was out of town, I actually had a cloaker. But the house flew back and landed and then picked itself up and put it on a house trailer, a wide load trailer. So I was a liar instantly. Sexual predator hunting with IMS eye catchers and Russian tools. So they hunt victims that fit the part. Can't change their clothes, can't get hygiene, can't wash their clothes. They act like they don't ever come out, and they really do. Like, for 10 years I've been out. Of course, I don't go back and forth. I'm not hiding anything. I don't have, I don't really want to interact sexually with anybody because y'all got to pass HIV to many people. Y'all pretty entrapped. Or you got to kill somebody. So, I think they want to get violent. That's what they're waiting on. They told me, I've passed out millions of dollars. Real millions. They're mine. I donate them to you. They belong to me. Like, there's not another person that's cool with all y'all like that. Like, there, it's just not possible. So, people crumble them up and throw them in the trash. They're donated to them with their handprints, and that's submitted in person to the Department of Justice. I guess the only Department of Justice I've been to was in Washington. It was a pop-up with Pennsylvania. Now, they did direct me to the other Justice Department, but it led to one door on the side of a giant building. Oh, snatching kids, using lookalikes, little boys, and taking them to get raped by a guy that acts like a detective and tells people "fuck you." That's one thing they love doing. That'll be fixing to occur right now as soon as they go through this next string of whatever. And it's the same thing. They just um, that's pretty hot too. And while they're doing